No one noticed him until one quiet sob changed everything. Late one evening, a man in a baseball cap and hoodie walked into a small restaurant he secretly owned. To everyone else, he looked like just another tired customer grabbing dinner after a long day. But this wasn't just any man. It was Vin Diesel, the Hollywood superstar, choosing to visit his restaurant unannounced to see how things really ran when cameras weren't watching. He took a seat in the corner, keeping his head down. The smell of food filled the air, and soft music played in the background. Everything seemed normal until Vin heard something that made him freeze. From behind the counter came the sound of quiet crying. A young server stood near the kitchen door, wiping her eyes and trying to hide her tears. Another employee whispered to her, but Vin could hear enough to understand. The server had just been yelled at by a customer over a small mistake, and earlier that day she'd been told her hours might be cut. Bills were piling up, and tonight it all became too much. Vin didn't hesitate. He stood up and walked toward her, his presence calm but powerful. At first, she didn't even recognize him. Then he gently said, "Hey, are you okay?" The server looked up and her eyes widened. She was staring at Vin Diesel. Before she could even speak, Vin told her to take a seat. Right there, in the middle of the restaurant. The room went silent. Vin addressed the staff and customers, reminding everyone that kindness costs nothing and that no one deserves to be treated with disrespect. Then he turned back to the server. He thanked her for her hard work, assured her job was safe, and quietly told the manager to give her paid time off. He also covered her expenses for the month: rent, groceries, everything. By the time Vin returned to his table, the server was crying again, but this time they were tears of relief. Vin left without fanfare, just a small smile on his face. He didn't post about it. He didn't tell the press. Because sometimes the most powerful moments happen when no one is watching, and true character shows up in silence. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because you never know whose life can change in a single moment.